we're back. So, you guys have got yourselves all cleaned up.
Oh yeah, got my doctor's outfit.
No.
Doctors.
It gives you a +2 against diseases.
You cannot buy a doctor's outfit.
Hmm.
I mean, stolen valor, dude. Stolen valor.
Oh, I am gonna buy Niev some perfume though.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
because you're the one that's going to talk to people, right?
Are you gonna lace it with something?
I think
No.
Antaeus just has a crush on Yev.
No, I think that
Love gift.
I think that it's
You're
I've
an
heard
elf
that
now. You're my kind.
yeah, we don't go outside of our own. Anyway,
Is this like Maldronicus and Raz relationship?
Yes.
No.
oh yeah, it is
No.
exactly fictional.
No.
But it'll give you a +2 diplomacy check on a circumstance bonus on diplomacy checks.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. I won't scrimp for the cheap stuff either.
On the subject, by the way, why is it that there aren't more campaigns that feature a polygamist party? Where they're like all in some sort of like love pentagon?
I think because people don't want to RP that they're into each other.
I don't know.
I
think sometimes
know,
it's
I'm-
interesting.
With Olden in the Rune Lords game, I did joke when he gave us all platinum rings that he was marrying us all.
See, there you go.
Damn it,
There
Gulron,
you
is that
go.
what this is?
No.
Eventually, yes. Eventually. He'll be like, now that I've made my own church, congratulations, we're married.
I'm an ordained minister.
And then he kills you to take all of your fortunes.
Jesus.
The
Sounds like some
long
Gulron
con. All right. So,
What was I doing?
Gulran, your outfit will be ready tomorrow. Is there anything that all of you want to do in the meantime?
I would like to give everyone crash courses on the gods.
Okay.
And try to like educate them on like basic stuff. Specifically the ones that I'm planning on us talking to.
Yeah, and let's do why don't we do this? Why don't you give us a recap on the 5 you want to talk to? I believe you guys you'd actually picked out 6, but the 6th one was not necessarily was like a backup. And then give everybody kind of a description on those gods.
Favorite
Sure.
weapon, favorite color, favorite rock formation.
Niev would take notes, and she would also kind of like, I don't know, are there note cards in this world? Like she
Yeah,
could.
you can get note cards.
Okay.
Oh, I know a good place.
The Niev's the good student. I'm the one over here trying to tune it all out. Like, why am I doing this?
Thank you all for showing up to Sunday school. I'm your teacher, Gulran. Let's start at the top of my list. So,
Here's that absinthe.
Can we like use a ministry room, like a chalkboard and stuff? Like, can we use this like for
Sure.
a day or something? Does this exist?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can rent out one of the rooms.
I would. Yeah, so I would rent out one of their like rooms that have like a chalkboard or something.
It's what they have is they have a
and,
giant board that you can arcane mark across, and then if you flip the arcane mark around, it will wipe away, or the pen around, it will wipe away whatever you had previously written. Sort of like if you have a touchscreen with a stylus, you can write things on it and then wipe it away.
Niev would bring snacks. If she knows that we're going to be in a conference room, she would definitely bring snacks because you bring snacks to parties.
Okay.
Can I
Can you
notice?
bring absinthe?
Can I notice
No.
Ivy
Not to work.
rolling her eyes at my introduction?
Yes, you can.
Does her general demeanor seem like she's not going to pay attention?
Her general demeanor seems
If you
uninterested.
need
Well, I will force everyone to be interested as I cast Enthrall during my lesson.
Can I get a will
perfect.
save
Now it's starting
from
to
the
feel like
party?
a real church.
Ah!
Holy shit.
Is that a will save?
Yeah.
Damn,
Reverend Mind Control.
18. Oh, you have a +2 against mind affecting effects you pass.
Yes.
I didn't,
God.
I didn't throw the one person that was probably paying attention the most.
Yep.
Whatever.
I'm resisting it, but I'm still paying attention.
I
It's
am
mostly
not
for
paying
Ivy.
attention.
Okay. So yeah, I start at the top of my list. So first of all, I'll write down all the gods that I've chosen on the chalkboard.
Okay.
So I'll write down on her.
I want to see them on
Mars,
the chalkboard. Here, hold on. We're gonna do this. Let's do this. Let's give you.
20 chat?
Nope.
Oh, I can draw.
I'm gonna give you a
yeah.
big giant blanco mappo, and then you're gonna write it down on the big old blackboard. Sorry, I shouldn't call it a blackboard, right? That's
Hell yeah.
it's not PC right now.
What?
Being stupid.
I mean, it's literally a black board.
African American board? What are you supposed to call
I
it?
don't think that's correct either. All right, so there is your big board.
Excellent.
It's big, it's
and I
black,
will-
it has large dimensions.
Do I get a paintbrush? Yeah, freehand.
Yeah.
I'll pick white. Hey, who's writing my chalkboard?
How do
Stop
you want
that.
to do that?
Control Z.
Pay attention, class.
It didn't.
Stop!
It's not Control Zing. I'm trying to undo it. My bad.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Here, I
You can
got you.
select it and then delete
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh, okay.
I'm now looking through my spells for more aggressive spells. This,
Sorry. Oh, that was an accident. Okay, I was just testing the selecting it and deleting it thing. I did not know that.
So yeah, you come in, you start using the board, and immediately Antaeus and Ivy start using the board also.
who wrote the Guru Sucks? Do I know?
You would have seen her doing it.
Uh,
You're like going over to get your pen, and then immediately you see her like writing something up there, and Antaeus is just fascinated by the pen and is just like, "How does this work?"
Guran consults his spell memory to see if there's something he can fuck with you with for doing this. Is Sanctuary a creature? Creature, yeah. Stop it!
I don't know if that's the right grammar. Hold on.
Oh,
I was
It-
doing the SpongeBob thing where he's like dumpster writing with people, and it's like Squidward.
I'm gonna try to make
spells.
everyone feel very neutral so they stop being passive aggressive in their.
All right, more will saves from the party, except the enthralled person. I guess actually it still would
More
affect
mind
you. So.
affecting effects. Yes.
Oh my god!
Antaeus, you feel calm.
so nothing changes.
And yep, just failing all the saves.
And Niev really was like, okay, let's learn about the other gods. Sure. I'm a follower of Sascha. I like knowledge.
All right, I try to like erase this text on the wall on the blackboard.
You do.
Thank you. Pay attention. First, we have on my list. Anyone know this god? Anyone?
Isn't that the
Bueller?
son of Sascha?
What?
No.
No? Oh. Okay.
That's the fire guy. Oh no, that's real.
This
My
is
apologies.
Shashat's husband after some douchebag she got rid of. Ooh, nice.
When you do
This
that,
girl-
actually the symbol appears.
Ooh, fancy. On her is the sworn protector of the sun, and since no one's really threatened the sun, but they still, followers of on her still remain vigilant and keep their wits about them, ready to protect things should they come under attack. So for this one, on her is all about law, strength, and obviously the sun. So the commonality is obviously strength for Krauskron. So I was hoping to play on that angle for protection, and strength is kind of similar to resolve and strength and honor, and in Krauskron. And usually that they're all about seeing the next day, trying to see the light. Krauskron has been underground and hasn't seen the light of the sun for some time, so perhaps they will be agreeable to letting Krauskron see the wonderful sun that they so worship and protect. So that's my main angle there. Anyone have any thoughts or want to add anything? There will be a quiz at the end, so pay attention.
I'm just scribbling notes.
All right, great. Let's move on to the next one. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but, anyone know this one?
Is that an acronym for something?
No.
Oh, I was just
Lars?
No symbol
Yes.
appears when you do that, because I don't have it right now.
This one's a more on the other side of the aisle kind of god. They all as well follow law and strength as their tenets, but they are more favorable of war and evil type things. The angle here is kind of thin. They want very orderly things, and they want people resisting them to be cleansed with war and fighting and things like this. But they also have a respect for things of being orderly, and they want... There's no such thing as strength if you're not being tested. So Krauskron, as you guys remember, had tests for us to pass through and earn his favor. So I was planning on this sort of commonality with Lars, as Krauskron clearly tests his followers to deem them worthy and wants to make sure they have the strength and resolve to uphold his tenets. What do you guys think about this one?
That could work. The testing angle. If
Anyone have
they
any-
respect strength, then Krauskron is very strong in his own domain.
Mm-hmm. Anyone have any other thoughts? Good. We'll move on to the next one. I always need to consult my notes to how to spell this one.
Nonsense. It's such an
I
easy
always
name
pronounce
to
it incorrectly as
spell.
well. The Lamrian.
Very good.
Often confused for a male, but it's a female. It's a goddess. Mainly protection and so death is not the end for Delanrian followers. They're more of making the truest life they live, make sure you have great deeds, you're going to be brought back in your truest form, these sort of things. So my main connection here was protection. Krauskron offered me protection in our time of need against Thoth, as well as against the trials we fought deep in the tunnels there. The other angle here is also Delanrian believes in bringing things, making people believe or live the truest life they can live, do great deeds. So this would be my great deed, bringing the Church of Krauskron to Knightsbridge and having people learn about Krauskron. So this would be a great deed, and it would be my path to living a great life, I think. So perhaps they'll have some respect for that.
It would also be a great deed for the dwarves. Any dwarves that are within the city. If this is their god, then it would be a good
Mhm.
thing, I believe.
Yes, that is true. Good point. Anyone else have anything to say about Delanrian? Anyone have any personal experiences with this one? I'll look at Antaeus.
No.
And kind of Niev, I guess. But you've had experiences with death. Have you? Do you see any signs of Delandrian when you were near the end?
I mean, to be clear, I didn't actually have an experience with death. I went to sleep and I woke up here.
Nah.
Mine was very brief, and I was brought back nearly immediately. So no, not much, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately, I suppose.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. This one is again a little bit on thin ice, but I feel strongly about this one. Aether.
Athir.
Athir. If I ever learn to say it. The angle here that I'm planning on pursuing is Athir is more about luck, healing, revelry, basically having a good time, it seems. Favoring harvests and this sort of thing. My main angle here was there would be celebrations, like I told you guys, if a new god was to be found out, and the city there may be parties thrown and these sort of things, and that might be up their alley. We can even have them maybe even help set up some of these celebrations and celebrating a new god entering the pantheon for everyone up here.
Perhaps
Anyone
we
else?
could even, I mean, I'll obviously check with Kraskaron, but perhaps if they agree to it, to signing the thing, we could actually create a holiday recognizing the friendship between Athir and Kraskaron, recognizing the day that it was signed.
That's a
mutual
really good idea.
celebration.
I think they might get really behind that. Another day of celebration and throwing in connection into their deity is very good. I don't see why Kraskron would be opposed to another deity helping bring him to the light of the surface. That's a very good point, Niev. Thank you. I'll look at Antaeus and Ivy. You're not earning any extra marks, you two. Niev is my best student so far. These were my main ones, since we already have Shashat's signature. But as a backup, a little bit of a wild card, I thought of this one. Goran will start writing the next god. Deshrid. It's a little bit of a wild card here. The main commonality would be strength within the god of the seas, or sorry, goddess. Oh wait, is it a goddess? No, Lord of the Waves.
Yep, it is a god.
He basically rules over the sea and the sky, and storms and such. And what better that braves the storms and survives these ordeals than the earth itself and the rock that stands its ground against the waves, the cliffs. This one was kind of a very loosey one that I don't have much to go on here, but they're both strong deities in their own right, and they're kind of like they work together a little bit. The weather beats down on the stone, and the stone shapes and is weakened by the constant ongoing weatherments and storms provided by Deshrid. So perhaps Deshrid would help form this new church of Kraskaron and help shape it into existence. That's all I have kind of to go off on that one. This one was more of a backup if the other ones are very adamant to not sign our agreement. Anyone have any thoughts on this one?
I mean, hopefully we won't even really need to get their signature, but, I suppose that they could recognize the strength of Kraskaran and the strength of their, their god with the water and the weather and all of that.
Yes. Anyone else have any suggestions? Other deities I've maybe overlooked?
Well, you could always play the somebody at the Church of the Eight in a game of chance.
The 8 does sometimes provide.
I don't really like to leave these things to chance.
That's true, but it's always an option, I suppose, if worse comes to worse.
I guess, but I guess it's just something in me doesn't feel good if they just randomly decide yes or no. It doesn't really feel like a good, I've done something for my
They
god.
could say yes, they could send a scorpion after us, either way.
Yes, I'd rather my efforts be rewarded with something if they are taking, like, the 8 seem to me that they'll just go wherever the wind blows and not really caring what kind of arguments I put forth or what I'm saying, so.
Yes, I just offered it as an alternative if for some reason the other 5 don't sign.
Perhaps. We'll cross that road if it comes to it, I guess.
How many signatures total do you need?
6. I have
6.
1, so 5 more.
Okay.
So we would need all 5 of these to agree.
Oh, wait, did I miscount here?
Because I'm
1,
assuming that you
2.
got Moira to...
Yes, I have Moira's signature, so I need 5 others. I guess I miscounted.
Swinol or
Swinol, yes.
Swinol?
Yes, I did mention to Antaeus I was wanting to avoid that one since of my departure from Shashat. I'm not sure how they'll feel about that. But that could be the backup, I guess. Rather go to Sunol than the 8. But there's not much in common that Kraskaran has with Sunol, I don't think.
Well, the signatures are mostly just to get the church started, correct? There's no other affiliation with them, right?
True. I was mostly going with churches that may be more agreeable. So
understandable.
I guess having a connection doesn't really matter, but it's just help me rationalize going to them to get this signature.
No, I agree, and I think it is the best course of action. I just was saying in the case of like Sulinol or the 8 or something like that, it's not something that we need to necessarily see eye to eye on. We just need to get a signature and have them agree that to sign off on it.
Yes, I guess a quick angle to note for Sunol is I guess let's write it on the board as our backup. Wait, did I put? No, I don't get this right. It's the son of Shashat and Thoth, as you may know. Our road in here may be knowledge, similar to Shashat. Sunil might be agreeable to allowing more knowledge into the world, but Sunil's more neutral about that sort of thing. Shashat's more pushing for things to be in the open. Sunil seems more neutral in that aspect, focusing more on truth leading to, or knowledge leading to truth in things. So, I don't know, maybe having another god will offer more truth to be gained by people, knowing the truth that there is another god, in terms of them not even knowing about it.
Steve, the person that I went and saw about my magical items, they were a follower of Sulinol, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'll offer up that information. I was like, if you'd like, we could go speak to her, and she would be able to provide us more insight about Sulinol.
Perhaps, yes, if we find ourselves needing another signature if we go through these others and they are adamant about not signing, then yes, we'll explore all our options if we can.
Aside from knowledge, what else is Suinol about? Like
magic and community, I think. So
maybe a good tack there would be to talk about how that, you know, as a dwarf, you were separated from your community, and you've part of, you know, if we do have to go that route and you have to explain why you left Sascha, you could say it's part of you reclaiming your sense of community with the dwarves.
Yes.
That's very well said, Niev. You're much better expressing yourself than I am. That's for sure.
Yes, Sulanol is less extreme than his parents, fortunately.
I mean, after you said that, I kind of like going to Sunol's temple rather than Deshred. Perhaps we should move Deshred into a backup spot.
We can do that.
I like that idea. So what do you guys think? You guys ready for tomorrow?
Certainly.
I'll take these notes and I'll do some practicing tonight. You know, practice maybe speaking, giving a presentation about this, and hopefully, yeah, we'll be in good shape to get your signatures tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Quick, Ivy, what is Delanrian the goddess of? Are you paying attention?
Don't answer him, and it'll be worth your while.
Quit your giggling, Ivy. You weren't paying attention, were you?
Nope.
All right, just don't say anything. Just come with us and look pretty, I guess, and try to
smile and wave.
Yeah. Okay. We'll let Niev and me and Teus do most of the talking, I guess. You can hang out in the back.
I suppose you'll just be here for objectification then.
No, that's not what I meant. I want to include you still, but you clearly didn't want to put any effort into paying attention to my lessons.
I colored your pretty pictures. Do you like them?
I was wondering who did that.
All right, we had a fun day today. Let's all get some sleep and we'll meet first thing in the morning.
Super fun day.
I hope this didn't take all day.
Huh?
You still have things you need to do on Teus?
Well, I mean, I assume that doing this research about the stuff we're doing tomorrow didn't take the entire day, did it, Steve?
No, this technically did not take the whole day.
This was in the afternoon after the... This was after we just did all our shopping and stuff. Because we're waiting for tomorrow for my clothes. So to cut out the rest of the day, we were doing this kind of thing. Or if you wanted to do other things, we could. Well, this could be shorter or longer, I guess. Whatever.
I was gonna go check in on the research at the ministry, but I was also gonna.
We're in the ministry right now, right? So you could just go there right after.
Yeah, I was gonna check in and see if they needed anything, or if there was any insight, or if they needed any help or anything like that.
Yeah, you can volunteer what you can for now, but there's no developments that will really solidify until the end of your break.
Okay, because I know that if I offered to help them with what I could,
Yep.
It doesn't seem like I've been able to do a whole lot, unfortunately. But I'll just kind of keep in and check up on whatever notes they have, and then if not, I'll go check on the magic items and then ask about Sulanol. And go and check in with her.
I was interested when you mentioned that, so I'd like to go with you.
Okay.
Oh, certainly.
Wait, if you're going to the Sunol person, I guess we're all go, right? Or unless Ivy doesn't want to go.
I don't know, Ivy. A magic shop might be fun.
You don't have to go, Ivy. We could chat for a moment.
I'll catch up with you guys. Can you just give me the address?
Sure. I'll let her know where it's at.
Okay. So the three of you can head off. Good. Very good. Like
Who are
you listen. How about we make a trade? Some information or some information?
Oh, God.
You and your friends have acquired a book. That book doesn't need to be shared. That book needs to go back where it belongs, where it would have ended up had you not have rescued it. find a way to keep that information away, and I can find a way that you'll have the information you want, wrapped up in a nice little package just for you.
Would I have any idea of who's talking to me?
How many ranks in knowledge religion do you have?
Absolutely none. And I'm
so-
pretty sure I have a -4 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah.
You sound
I
real
figured it
friendly
out.
though.
Sounds
All
very
we gotta
friendly.
do. All we gotta do is trade information with Thoth about Thoth, so he'll forget who he is, and then he won't be a god anymore, right?
That information could be dangerous. You don't want anyone to get hurt. I'm going to help you liberate dangerous information and get useful information to you.
I'm not used to random voices. Well, up until a day ago, I was not used to random voices talking to me. Who or what are you?
Your ignorance is so wonderful.
I know, it makes me pretty cute, huh?
No, it makes you pretty useful.
Lovely.
People with too much information often get in the way. They often cause things to end up put out where they don't belong, which can sometimes wake up unnecessary creatures that were supposed to be long slept. Books are dangerous things, especially in the wrong hands.
Boring.
Yeah. So why let people inflict boredom on the world when you have a chance to stop it and to get rid of confusion by getting some information of your own that doesn't even require a book?
Don't know how exactly I'm supposed to get rid of this book.
An opportunity will come to you, I'm sure of it. They're not going to be able to solve it here. They're going to need you to bring the book elsewhere. If you can make something happen along the way, perhaps you'll find the answers you're looking for. I could almost guarantee it.
I'll consider it.
Very good. Oh, and not a word of this to your friends. If I even think you're going to say it, you'll forget this conversation ever happened.
Why do you want my friends to not know?
Information is dangerous.
I feel like Gulron should have given Ivy a lesson on Thoth.
She wouldn't have paid attention anyway.
True, but then I at least might have been like, didn't I remember something in the back of my head about someone who wanted to take information away? But I don't know anything.
And the voice will sort of fade away. So the three of you can arrive at this little shop. There to see Mojolian.
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
Oh, hello.
Yes,
Welcome.
hello.
You brought people with you again, or this time?
Oh, yes, this is Gulron, and this is Niev.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Same.
Yes, we were discussing Sulinol, and I figured the best place I know to go for information about Sulinol would be here.
Perhaps.
I mean, you're a follower, correct?
Indeed.
Well, I'll kind of look at Goron and for just to be okay with kind of letting her know what's going on. I don't know if it's information.
Not to get too detailed, but We just wanted to get more clear the tenets of Sunal and how they would feel about, the followers would feel about if there were a new god being led into the pantheon, how they
A
would
new
feel.
god? Oh
Perhaps.
my. Well, since recently there has been a bit of a discrepancy following the God War, I imagine this would be a welcome sight. Are you sure it's really a new god joining the pantheon?
Sorry, I'm not very good with my words. Perhaps a god that was always there but forgotten, not included with the other
Forgotten.
gods.
I've heard rumors of a forgotten god, but I think they're just rumors. Terrible, dangerous things rumors are sometimes.
God of the dwarven people, perhaps?
Oh, no, that wasn't what I thought. I'm sorry.
What god were you thinking of, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't really have any details.
But if, in general, you think followers of Sunal will be open to hearing about a god that perhaps was forgotten or not heard of before?
Oh yes, I think the presence of another god that may have an impact on the world is important for everyone to learn about and understand, and to have a rightful place. It is a thing of value to understand that there are more than just the gods we think we know that guide the way that the world works.
Excellent. That's good to hear. I plan on meeting with some of your fellow followers in the temples tomorrow to discuss such things.
Well, I hope they are most receptive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll look to Antaeus, see if he had anything else, but seems like Goran's gotten his affirmation of Sunal being a valid person or deity to beseech the followers of.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your time. I know I think Antaeus says you run some sort of business, so sorry for wasting your time, and I'll hand them 5 gold.
Thank you.
Did you have something you were looking into here, Renteus?
Oh no, it's just the only follower of Sulinol that I knew, and I came here to get some magic items commissioned recently, and thought this would be a good place to go for more information before we go there tomorrow.
Yes. Well, I think we've got all we can for today. I think we should meet back tomorrow at Niev's place for breakfast again, if that's okay, Niev, and we'll go get my outfit and make sure all of you have your clothes, and someone, I guess Ivy won't be here in time, this was quicker than we thought, and someone let Ivy know. Well, we'll everyone get dressed and be ready for tomorrow morning. Sound good?
Certainly. Sounds good.
Excellent.
Indeed.
Okay. So yeah, the three of you can catch back up with Ivy, fill her in on the details. And Ivy, is there anything you want to share with the group? Okay. And with that, I think we can take another short break. We'll be back.